Nadine Lustre camp declares victory. After court denied Viva's claims on actress' hard-earned money. Nagsalita na ang kampo ni Nadine Lustre tungkol sa desisyon ng Quezon City Regional Trial Court tungkol sa legal battle sa pagitan ng aktres at ng Viva Artists Agency. Kaugnay ito ng alegasyong breach of contract ng Viva Artists Agency kay Nadine. Ayon sa legal counsel ni Nadine na si Attorney Lorna Kapunan, tagumpay pa rin ang kliyente niyang protektahan ang properties at assets nito. Ito ay matapos ibasura ng korte ang hiling ng Viva Artists Agency na writ of attachment and garnishment sa properties at bank accounts ng aktres dahil sa di umano'y paglabag sa exclusive management contract nito. Ang writ of preliminary attachment and garnishment ay isang court order kung saan pinapayagang excise ang property ng respondent upang maging kabayaran sa damage ng nagdedemanda. Court denied Viva's claims for attachment and garnishment of Nadine's hard-earned earnings and her bank accounts. This is a victory for Nadine, bungad ng abogada. Base ito sa official statement na pinadala ni Attorney Kapunan sa pep.ph noong Lunes ng gabi, ika-14 ng Hunyo. Aminado naman ang legal counsel ni Nadine na kailangang i-honor ng aktres ang kanyang contractual obligations sa Viva Artists Agency sa ngayon. Pero hindi pa raw tapos ang issue tungkol sa pagnanais ni Nadine na kumalas sa Viva Artists Agency dahil sasailalim pa sila sa arbitration proceedings. Paliwanag ni Attorney Kapunan, the court, however, granted Viva a status quo order in consideration of rights of third parties prior to Nadine's termination of its contract with Viva. But the issue of whether there still is a valid contract between Viva and Nadine was not decided by the court, which said that this issue is subject to arbitration proceedings and not the court. Nadine has fulfilled and continues to respect the prior contracts with third parties even after she terminated the agreement with Viva for various material breach committed by Viva. Inilalaban ng kampo ni Nadine na aggressive at panay pabor di umano sa Viva Artists Agency ang terms sa management contract. Bukod sa unconscionable commission fees ng Viva Artists Agency, may mga insidente umanong hindi nito naproteksyonan ang interes ng aktres. Sinasabi ring na trap umano si Nadine sa eternal bondage sa Viva Artists Agency dahil wala raw itong sapat na kaalaman sa legalities nang pumirma ito ng kontrata. Ang petisyon ng Viva Artists Agency na may titulong Interim Measures of Protection in Aid of Arbitration, ay naglalayong panagutin si Nadine sa contractual obligations nito habang hindi pa dumudulog sa arbitration ang mga magkabilang partido ukol sa effectivity ng kontrata na sinasabi ni Nadine na kinakalasan na niya. Isang bahagi ng reklamo ng Viva Artists Agency ay ang di umano'y fraud o panloloko ni Nadine gawa ng pagpasok sa kontrata, pagkatapos ay pag-comply dito, tapos ay ang biglang pagkalas nito sa Viva Artists Agency noong September 30, 2019. Gayun noon lamang 2015 ay nag-renew ng kontrata si Nadine, at may validity ito hanggang June 29, 2029. Ang paglabag daw ni Nadine sa kasunduan ay nagresulta di umano sa irreparable injury at losses sa Viva Artists Agency. Ayon pa sa Viva Artists Agency, nakikipagtransaksyon umano si Nadine sa advertisers, promoters, at third parties nang walang pahintulot ang talent agency. Gayong ang iba raw sa mga proyektong iyon ay naisara ng Viva Artists Agency. Reklamo rin nila na ang basta na lamang pag-anunsyo ni Nadine na wala na itong kinalaman sa Viva Artists Agency, ay nag-expose sa Viva Artists Agency sa posibleng demanda galing sa mga kakontrata nila para sa aktres. Sabi ni Judge Paneda, petitioner also prayed that a writ of preliminary attachment and garnishment be issued against the properties of Nadine, and her funds in the custody of banks or third persons in an amount as be sufficient to cover Viva Artists Agency claims against her under the revised agency and management agreement. Ngunit, ibinasura ng korte ang hiling na ito ng Viva Artists Agency na pansamantalang ma-hold ang properties at assets ni Nadine. Wala raw kasing sapat na basehan para masabing may intensyon si Nadine na lokohin ng Viva nang maging exclusive Viva artist ang aktres mula noong July 2009. Ayon sa resolusyon ng korte, kahit paano ay may pinagsamahan pa rin si Nadine at ang Viva Artists Agency, at ito ay naging maayos sa loob ng mahabang panahon. Sabi sa isang bahagi ng resolusyon, contrary to the claim of the petitioner, respondent showed good faith in the performance of her obligation under their revised agency and management agreement. Petitioner and respondent had been into an ad-agency agreement for more than a decade, during which both of them reaped the benefits of their efforts. For a while, the parties were in good relationship, such that they were both complying with their contractual obligations. This factual scenario belies the claim of petitioner that respondent, at the onset, had the state of mind to defraud them. Sa kabilang banda iginiit ni Judge Paneda na karapatan ng Viva Artists Agency na pigilan si Nadine na kumalas sa Viva Artists Agency. Hindi raw pwedeng tapusin ni Nadine ang kontrata nang hindi sumasailalim sa arbitration. Sabi ni Judge Paneda, as previously stated, the contract between the parties is the law between them. Obligations arising from the contracts have the force of law between the contracting parties and should be complied with in good faith. The contract must bind both contracting parties, its validity or compliance cannot be left to the will of one of them. Respondent cannot take the law into her own hands and declare that its contract with Viva Artists Agency has been terminated. Again, without an existing court declaration ruling that the contract was an agency coupled with interest, for instance, nor arbitral ruling as to their rights, their revised agency and management agreement should be respected and upheld. Malinaw na may arbitration agreement clause sa pinirmahang kontrata ni Nadine, at tanging ang arbitration committee ang makakapagsabi kung valid o hindi ang kontrata. Sabi raw sa kontrata sa pagitan ni Nadine at Viva Artists Agency, all controversies, disputes and disagreements arising from this agreement shall be settled by the decision rendered by an arbitration committee. The decision of the arbitration committee shall be final and conclusive. Giit pa ni Judge Paneda, thus the court is of the view that the status quo of the parties should be preserved pending a subsequent arbitration proceeding or a court declaring their contract null and void, as the case may be particularly sought for the purpose. Sa ngayon ay abangan na lang natin ang susunod na update.